What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. First things first, thank you guys again for the unbelievable support on this series. I am blown away. The team you see on the screen right now is the team we're taking into FUT Champs. A lot of people advised against Fekir. Some people suggested Martial at 7 chem, some people suggested Sissoko and just having Lacazette on 8 chem. I decided to give Fekir a try. I played with him in seasons a game or two and I was quite enjoying him. So I thought to myself, let me give like 5 games in FUT Champs with this team and see how it goes. I've upgraded the team immensely compared to last weekend league. Obviously we've got informed Walker now at left back, we've got informed Sigurdsson over Rooney, we've got the informed Kante over the regular Kante. We've got a proper striker in Lacazette that I've been missing. I know I've been using Son and I love Son, and you guys have no idea how hard it is for me. I say hard in like the first world problems kind of hard to leave out Son, Sterling, Walcott, Mane. I really enjoy playing with those untradeable players, but if I want to push on to the next level, I've got to make sure I'm giving myself the best opportunity. And until I can find a quality striker for value from the BPL, I'm going to be using Lacazette. You know, I wouldn't mind Aguero. However, he's just a little bit too expensive right now for what he is. And for the right forward slot, I've got plenty of right forwards. It's just that main striker slot. I wouldn't mind. I would actually love the informed Lukaku. He's just way too expensive. He is just genuinely too expensive. So that is the team, guys, that we are taking into FUT Champs. And as you can tell by the title, I know some people don't like it like this, but it's just how I like to do it. We had a perfect start. First 10 games, 10 wins. I haven't played any more games in FUT Champs since. We got 10 wins. What was interesting was the first 5 games, you'll see, were actually quite easy for me. I walked them quite comfortably, doing good work with Hazard, good work with Lacazette, good work with Fekir. And the second 5 games, I think what you're going to see is 4 90th minute winners from me and 1 110th minute winner from me. And the reason why I find that hilarious is because, like I keep saying to you guys every weekend, I feel like I'm this close to being 34 wins or more. I'm this close to getting to elite, right? And I know I'm only 10 games in this weekend, and there's no point getting ahead of myself. And I'm not saying I don't even know if I will get elite. I could collapse. You know, I've seen some people collapse in FUT Champs, and personally for myself, there was 3 weekends ago I had a 13-0 start, and I only finished on 26 wins. So you know, I only got 13 wins out of the next 24 games. So it's very plausible that I collapse and only finish with 25, 28 wins and miss out on elite. But after such a good start, I would highly expect that I'm going to get 31, 32, maybe 33 wins this weekend. That's kind of where I'm aiming now after this 10-game start. And it all comes down to, in my opinion, once again, whether or not the luck favours you in any particular game. I'm 10-0 after the first 10 games. I could honestly be 6-4. You know, I think there was 6 games where I deserved to win. There were 4 games where they were just close, tough games and could have gone either way. And on this occasion, they've gone my way, where in previous weekends they've potentially not gone my way. So I'm hoping that run of luck continues and we can have our best weekend ever. However, I never want to get ahead of myself and just assume that because I won the first 10, I'm 40-0 guaranteed, like odds on or anything like that, because I'm not. But I attribute a lot of why the luck is going my way to the specific players that I have in the team. You'll see Lacazette is unreal. Fekir is really good. People told me don't use Fekir, he's bad. I used him, he's been great. You see him score a whole bunch of goals. The informed Kante is amazing. I love Hazard and Lacazette are just superstars. And in the midfield, Kante and Matic are superstars. So there are 2 positions initially that I can look at and think, okay, I need to either find a different way to get the best out of Fekir, because he's still done a great job. I think he's got 8 goals, 8 assists from 15 games. That's fantastic. And also Sigurdsson, it just goes missing. He's not bad. He doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't cause me goals. He's just not what I expected of him after that first performance. So Yeah, like I want to learn how to get the best out of Fekir and or Sigurdsson, or I'm just going to change them. You know, I will happily take out Sigurdsson for inform Yaya Toure if that's going to mean that I step it up another notch, and I would happily get rid of Fekir for Anthony Martial or Alessandrini, whoever is relevant there. If that's if that's what was needed. So we win that game there 3-1, guys, and I tell you something. It should have been 20 goals. Like, you see where my shots are from, you see the possession. Look at that one shot from outside the box. Look at that shot map. People told me Butland's nerfed. Butland is not nerfed. I was fighting all weekend with whether or not I should go for a new keeper. I can get De Gea, I can get Lloris, I can get Courtois, I can get inform Lloris, I can get Petr Cech. I decided no, I'm going to stick with Butland, and I'm glad I did, because in my opinion Butland is still just as broken as ever. And you can see there my opponent got the 11 saves and basically saved him embarrassment. Now, the first question is from Dark. His name's just Dark. He says, "Now, the market is acting very unpredictably and it's very confusing. Why do you think this is happening?" Honestly, a lot of why it's happening is the squad builder challenges. The player of the month, everyone's like over-investing. Everyone's like becoming over-prepared, and that's never going to be good for the market. And we're in a FIFA world that we've never experienced before, and because of that, it's as you say, very unpredictable. In my opinion, the market is going to stay unpredictable the whole year, just because we don't know what to expect from EA. We don't know if they're going to give us a special squad building challenge on any given day. We don't know if they're going to give us special player. Like, you know, we've had a couple of Team of the Year, not Team of the Year, Player of the Year players. We've had a couple of Player of the Month players. We've had some, we've had the Gareth Barry special card. We've had some random special cards like the Payet, Costa, and Mario Gaspar position changes. EA are just throwing in curveballs all the time, and it's keeping the market on its toes and it's keeping it fresh, and I love it. Look at that goal from Lacazette as well. Unbelievable. I love the fact that you can't just predict it, because what happens when people can predict it is it ruins it in the long term. Last year, above all other years, people literally held on and look at that goal from Lacazette as well. Unreal. People held on to every bronze Irish player and every silver Irish player they ever got, because the year before you was able to buy them for 5 or 6k. So what happened was, because every player in the game held on to them, when it came time to need to sell them, the market just got flooded with too many, and then no one made any profit off of it. And that happened as well in the Team of the Season stuff. People could see, I think the first one was the Team of the Season Gonalons or Castro or whatever, and then people noticed what it was to get that player. So you had to build a La Liga team or whatever. So the players just started going up in price, waiting for people to have to buy their team. People bought them. The price hiked up early. Then when it came to the time to sell, everyone dumped them. It crashed the market, and no one actually made profit. So I think I like the fact that people don't know what's coming, and I like the fact even more that when people think they know what's coming and they prepare for it, EA just flip a switch and do something completely different. Everyone expected for the Player of the Month, Eden Hazard, for you to need a Chelsea team and a Lille team, and neither of those were requirements. So people that stocked up on Lille players lost a load of money, and people that stocked up on Chelsea players, I mean, you could still use the Chelsea players, but in general, it was like, it wasn't what was expected. So I like the fact that it's unpredictable, man. It means that people like me and what I'm doing here, like holding on to players, like literally every player I get from Bronze Pack Method, from FUT Champs, from rewards, from squad builder challenges, everything I get I save. And there is always an occasion where they are worth 3, 5, 10 times their market value because of squad builder challenges. And it either means that I don't have to pay to go and get that guy to complete a squad builder challenge, or I can sell that guy and make a crap ton of profit to invest in my team. And I personally think that has served me well this year so far. We're 2 months in now, 2.5 months in or so, and in my opinion, I've played everything right. I've made a few mistakes. I've lost a few coins here or there on things that I potentially shouldn't have. But in general, I think I'm way advanced compared to where I thought I would be at this stage in FIFA. I've got high-rated players. I've got a super team. I've got 20 informs in the club, 10 other special cards in the Movember cards in the club. I've got an abundance of gold players. I've got a couple, maybe 3 million coins worth of contents in the club, and you can't turn your nose up at that. And that for me is because I've played the market sensibly. Like there's a point where you can buy a player at its minimum, and sell a player at its minimum, and a point where you can buy a player at its maximum and sell a player at its maximum. And I'm never here. I'm never at the maximum and I'm never at the minimum. But what I find I'm doing is I'm like right in the middle, right in the balance. I'm selling players for good money but never their maximum, and I'm buying players for cheap but never their minimum. And that for me is perfect. I'm happy in that balance of being in between the two spikes, because it means I'm never going to get burnt. I'm never going to buy here and have to sell here because I've bought here. So at worst case scenario, I'm losing this much instead of this much. I know that's not actual values, it's just my hands going up and down, but you get what I mean. Like, I'm playing it safe with my purchases and my investments and my sales, and it is paying off massively for me, in my opinion. I might not have quite the coins of Nick right now. Nick took a few more risks than me. He invested in some players a little bit earlier. He waited a little bit longer to complete like the certain squad builder challenges, and that paid dividends for him. His risks paid off. But for me personally, I'm happy with the way I'm taking risks. I'm happy with what I'm doing with my coins, and I'm more than happy with my team and the effect it's having on me and on FUT Champs. I've got Elite 3 times, Elite 2 once, Gold 1 4 times, Gold 2 once, man. Like, if you would have said to me at the start of FIFA that'll be your first 9 weekends or 8 weekends, I would have said, no, probably not. I won't be able to get there. But hey ho, I got here. But yeah, interesting question, interesting discussion. Besmir says, hey Nep, do you think there will be a squad builder challenge for Team of the Year? I think there will be a squad builder challenge for Team of the Year, but I don't think it will be for a Team of the Year player. I can see it either being for a kit or just a pack, or like like a special themed Team of the Year play, like where you where you have to like dump one of the nominees or something. Like a squad builder challenge that requires a midfield nominee, and then a squad builder challenge that requires a defender nominee, and a squad builder challenge that requires an attacking nominee. I think you might see something like that. I don't think EA will give away a 94, 95, 96 rated player in a squad builder challenge. However, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope they do, because could you imagine how amazing it would be to do a squad builder challenge? Let's say like the specifications are huge. Four accomplishments, 186 rated team, 100 chemistry, one team that requires 4 informs, one team that requires a team full of players from the nation that wins the Ballon d'Or. So let's say Ronaldo wins it. It's not called the Ballon d'Or now, it's called the best. Let's say Ronaldo wins the best. So you need a full Portugal team with like 3 informs or something. If they do like a huge specifications where it will cost you 400,000, 500,000, 600,000 to complete, and for that you get an untradeable 1 Team of the Year pack where it could be any player, that would be awesome. Because more than likely people will just get the garbage ones. You're going to end up getting that scrubby defender that always makes it in somehow, some way. You're going to end up getting him, or a Toni Kroos with 60 pace that nobody really wants, but he's actually really good. You're going to end up getting him, and then you'll see people on Twitter getting Ronaldo and stuff, and you'll be like, oh my god, why not me? But yeah, I think it would be good to have it. I don't think it will be in the game, but I hope I'm wrong. I do indeed hope I'm wrong. Abhinav Singh says, Nep, right now the Road to Glory isn't teaching me much. At the beginning of the series I was learning so much, remembering things from FIFA 16 Road to Glory, but right now this series is basically saying play for champions. And although the game is made towards playing for champions, the most effective thing I've learned is bronze pack method and do squad builder challenges. I'm not trying to hate or anything or take shots. Just want to know your opinion on this. I respect your choice and always watch the series. I mean, you're right, but because there's nothing like... one of the main reasons is it is an unknown world for us right now. I don't know what's coming. Like, it was easy for me to predict things, or easier anyway. Sometimes I'm still wrong. It was easier for me to predict things. It was easier for me to give you guys guidance in a game where you couldn't just make this many coins this quick. Where like 1,000 coins was important last year, whereas 1,000 coins this year is not as important. Like, the value of the coin this year compared to last year is nowhere near the same. In terms of Road to Glory, I like to teach you guys things, but teaching you guys things isn't just about teaching you how to trade or how to play or this or that. It's like about just showing you how best to utilize your ultimate team. It's not about like teaching or guiding or learning specific things. It's about the general FUT world. And I think what I show you guys is that with hard work and patience and practice, you can achieve anything in this game as long as you manage your coins well. And I know a lot of people don't manage their coins well. A lot of people like blow out on certain things. A lot of people will just go and buy a player that, because they saw, buy a KDB for 220k because one guy tweeted about it, and then 2 weeks later he's worth 160, so they'll just sell him because they panicked, they've lost all their coins, and then a week later they'll buy that same KDB back for 200k, and like, people just mismanage their coins. So like, I'm just trying to show people how to have fun on FIFA, show people that you can do things without spending money on FIFA, and just generally enjoy the game. I know it's not quite as last year there was a lot of stuff to always talk about in terms of like, teaching about chemistry and the chemistry glitch and how it worked and so on and so forth, and that's not really there this year. But I still believe that just through playing and watching this series, I'm showing people the right way to play Ultimate Team, that you can do it without money. I understand you sincerely. Like I would say, if people say how do I get a lot of coins on Ultimate Team, there's a very easy guide. Step 1, bronze pack method. Step 2, squad builder challenges. Step 3, FUT champions. How do you get an initial base to build a team? Just play with your bronze team that you get offline until you've got enough coins to build a gold team. Play divisions up through the first of 5 divisions. It's really easy to generate coins, and the level of players is quite a lot smaller through those lower divisions. Then take yourself into FUT champions, and boom, you've set yourself on a cycle of earning coins through FUT champs. Gives you players for squad building challenges, which gives you packs, which gives you more players, which helps you for FUT champs, and the cycle there is infinite. And then the bronze pack method on the side for people that have the time and the patience to invest in bronze packs and wait for the sales. And that would basically be, that's how you play Ultimate Team this year. However, I still enjoy playing Ultimate Team. I think people still enjoy watching the gameplay and watching the teams that I use and the players that I use and how I do it. But if what you want out of this series is specifically tips and that's it, it probably isn't the series for you anymore, because of what EA have done with this game. They have geared it towards something different that I wasn't ready for this year. I didn't expect this, and I'm happy with it. I love it. I love the game. Like, this for me is the best FIFA they've ever made. There are undenying fundamental issues within the game. But in general, this is definitely my favourite FIFA game ever. With that being said, like, as I say, if you're looking for simply specific tips and the specificity of the tips, this probably isn't the series for you anymore, because this is kind of, although this is now a road to glory where we haven't invested money into it, I have the means within this team to do, like, if I would have showed you this team and said I'd put in 50,000 FIFA points, you'd probably say, yeah, that seems fair. Like, because I have so much. So even though it is a road to glory and I haven't spent any money on it, it is in a position where most people wouldn't believe that I haven't spent any money on it because of what I've got. So yeah, I do understand your point. I do see where you're coming from. Unfortunately, because of the way EA have geared things this time around, this is the situation we are in. Mega Gamer says, Nep, who do you think is better, Inform Kante or Inform Sigurdsson? Either, both. They're both entirely different players for me. I picked this comment because I wondered if he asked the comment because he has finances enough to only buy one, and wants to know which one would better suit his team. If that is the case, I would say go buy Inform Kante and get the regular Sigurdsson or Wayne Rooney, or potentially buy Inform Sigurdsson and get regular Kante. But if I had to pick between one or the other, I would pick Inform Kante. I don't necessarily think he's a better player, he just fits my playstyle a little bit better. Drax Gaming says, I was looking for some guidance, Nep, on who to play left forward for my team. I have Overmars, Neymar and Player of the Month Hazard. However, I'm not sure who to use. Could you help me, please? I would personally use Hazard here. However, the benefits of Overmars and Neymar are that they have 5-star weak foots, and in Neymar's case has 5-star skill moves. I wouldn't necessarily use Overmars for the simple fact that he only has 3-star skill moves. He does look great. I see a lot of people use him, like Nick used him a few weekend leagues ago and destroyed with him. He was amazing. But I think one of the replies to this comment was, why not sell Overmars and Neymar and use Player of the Month Hazard? And that's exactly what I would do. I would sell the two that I could sell, use the untradeable one, and invest in the team elsewhere. If you have the loan Overmars and it's not a regular Overmars, or if either Neymar or Overmars are untradeable, I would sell what I could sell. If Overmars is loan, I would use the loan Overmars until his contract ran out, and then I would move back to like the Hazard or Neymar. And saying that, I actually have the Overmars in my club and I don't use him, because the reason why, guys, if you're wondering why don't I use that Del Piero, because I did use him for 5 games once, but why don't I use that Del Piero, or why don't I use that Overmars? I am expecting EA to drop one of these every month, these Legends, right? So the aim for me is by the end of the year is to have a full Legends team. They might be lone players, but I want a full Legends lone team. That's my aim. So I'm not using them on games because I want to be able to play 15 or 20 games with a full Legends team in FUT Champs. I think it will be fantastic. I think it will be very enjoyable. If I'm wrong and they don't give us one every month, eventually I'll start to use them in teams. But I honestly don't want to use Overmars over this Hazard. And as much as I love Del Piero, I don't want to use his loan just yet, because I could quite easily use Del Piero in centre midfielder instead of Sigurdsson for 20 games. But I'm waiting to fight. Like there will be a weekend league at one point or another where use it like this week, next weekend league, 3 nations maximum. If I had some Italians in my team, I could quite easily then put Del Piero in there for 20 games and then worry about the consequences of having 20 games without him afterwards. But yeah, I'm just saving my Legends. But for you, dude, I would probably use the Hazard. I love him. I think he's the best player in the game. I genuinely believe that Player of the Month Hazard is the best player in FIFA this year. There was something earlier on in the year about the cover stars just being overpowered. The Royce, the Martial, the Hazard, and who's the other cover star? Who's the other cover star for FIFA? Whoever the other cover star is, I can't remember. Wait, I'm going to have a look at this now. FIFA 17 cover star. So the FIFA 17 cover stars are Royce, Martial, and James Rodriguez. How could I forget? And I tell you guys, all 4 of these players are overpowered. I played a lot with James Rodriguez on my main account earlier on in the year before I started using this as pretty much my main account, and I loved him. I also played with Royce several times, a lone version of Royce in this series and on my main account, and I've played with Royce a lot in draft and he's OP. I've played with Martial a lot and he is crazy OP, and I played with Hazard so much and he's crazy OP. So like, there is something to be said that the cover stars are just a little bit more stronger than the non-cover stars. It might just be a theory, it might be a conspiracy theory, it might just be all placebo up in here, up in the head. But in my opinion, that's how it feels. So with that in mind, like this Player of the Month Hazard, he is just the best. Ronaldo is a very close second in my opinion, but this Hazard is just the best player I've used in this game. And you see, I score with him, my opponent scores with him, lots of goals scored. Francisco Maldonado says, "Hey Nep, when should the bronze fitness cards start to sell for 200? I have 400 in my club and I don't know what to do with them. PS, love the content, cheers from Toronto." So by this time last year, they were already selling, and you can actually sell them now. If you got a trade pile 50, 70, 80, 90, 100, whatever, if you fill up your whole trade pile with them and list them, you will find every hour you'll sell 2, 3, 5, sometimes 10. Then you add more onto the trade pile and you have to relist them. If you've got a full trade pile like I have, it's not always that easy, but they do sell intermittently right now. But this time last year they were selling quite consistently. One of the biggest problems we've got this year is that there are so many rewards and packs being given out that so many extra fitness cards, individual squad fitness cards, etc. are being given. And with that in mind, it's just changed the way the consumables market is working. I would still expect as the year to go on them to be able to be sold January, February, maybe March at the latest, that they'll start selling like quite quickly for 200 coins. But even with that, I could be wrong. I've got 2,000 in my club, and that's what I use them on my team because I'm happy to use them because I'm making so much other coins from the bronze pack through the injury cards, the squad fitness cards, and the players are so expensive this year that I'm making so much money off the bronze pack method that I can actually afford to use the individual cards without having to have a second team, which I love. But in general, like, you can list them now. You might sell some. Otherwise, you just got to wait until they sell it. And unfortunately, I couldn't say when that would be. Beast Mode says, in my opinion, Matic is absolutely dreadful. And there was a few thumbs up on this and a few replies agreeing. And the reason why I picked this comment to talk about is because this is why I do a series called The Best Team in FIFA on my main channel, where I take your guys' teams and play with them, because there are certain players that fit certain people's play styles. And there's no shame in that. There's no harm or nothing wrong in me saying I love Matic and you saying you hate Matic and us both being correct. You know, there's no wrong answer here. So when people say, because I see people say, don't use Fekir, he was garbage, I've really enjoyed him. So many people advised against me wasting my coins on getting that blue Lacazette. I can't tell you how glad I am that I didn't listen to you guys and that I listened to my gut instinct, because he has been instrumental in helping us get to 10 wins and no losses in the start of this, this FUT Champions. He was fantastic for me. So there are a lot of players in this game. They all have like very specific individual attributes, individual traits, individual like things. Like if you're the kind of person that plays a really counter-attacking game, someone like ENQUIRIES, who I loved last year, would be garbage for you because he's not quick enough. But if you're like me, where you like to spend time on the ball, build the play up, get into good scoring opportunities and then shoot, someone like ENQUIRIES would be great for me. So yeah, for those of you that hate Matic, I'm glad you hate Matic, because it means when you know that you don't like someone, that means you've got something that you know you don't like, so you can steer away from it and build a better team for yourself into something that you do like and something that you can use. And that's fantastic. So yeah, I appreciate the comment and I appreciate the honesty. And for me, like I say, outside of Patrick Vieira, Nemanja Matic is the best defensive-minded midfielder in the game. You can see, guys, after our first 30 games, we won 10. I was so happy coming away with 10-0. I've seen a lot of people struggle this weekend on the weekend league. Good players and average players just really struggling to get wins. So to come away with 10 wins is big. I hope to get 30 wins this weekend. That's kind of the aim now, just to get to Elite 3 or Elite 2. That is the main aim for me. But this, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.